And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the defending world champion. He wears maroon with blue and gold trim. He scaled at the lightweight limit of 100. Undefeated IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, the Takeover, Teófimo Lopez!
Wearing gray trunks with gold trim, he brings a perfect record into the ring. Way of knockout. He is the 2016 Olympic silver medalist, the former featherweight champion of the world, the reigning and defending
Protect yourself at all times. Keep this fight clean at all times. And what I say, you must obey. Good luck, touch him up.
Ain't no mistake. Oh, and right now, you can see the. Oh, there it is. The offense.
Oh, there's a good left hand from Shakur Stevenson as came straight in. Shakur Stevenson filled that gap. Hitting what he's doing.
Good
right
shot.
hand from Lopez. Oh, he lunges in. Hand that went low moments ago. You saw Shakur.
As soon as the opening signal sounded, Teófimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson stepped into a matchup that felt more like a chess match than a brawl. Movement was measured, positioning mattered, and each brief interaction hinted at a deeper strategy unfolding beneath the surface.
Shakur Stevenson filled that gap. Hitting what he's doing.
Good
right
shot.
hand from Lopez. Oh, he lunges in. Hand that went low moments ago. You saw Shakur's reaction to Kenny Bayless.
Woo! Meeting him with the straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand. Pinpoint accuracy. Stevenson scores the knockdown early in round 6.
I think it was more.
Stevenson capitalized on the opening. Lopez tried to bring his right hand into play, dipping forward and reaching after having dropped that hand earlier. Stevenson immediately reacted, answering with a straight left that caught Lopez as he stepped in. Moments later, a clean left-landed flush, sending Lopez down. The precision was undeniable, and the knockdown came early in the 6th round. From there, Stevenson shifted into complete command. His southpaw jab snapped out sharply, not to pile up numbers, but to set sequences and force reactions. He hovered just beyond Lopez's range, constantly making him adjust and restart his approach. Lopez stayed composed. He didn't force the action, instead moving forward with intent, selling feints, coiling his body, and waiting for the instant to unleash. When that moment finally arrived, the energy inside the building surged.
Was more. Good shot.
With the right uppercut. The switch hitter comes in behind that jab and around with that right hand. It was mostly blocked. There's an uppercut on the inside.
He's just trying to use that as a rangefinder. He's looking for the uppercut and the combinations.
He just threw it.
He's not liking it at all. Will get frustrated. He will commit.
At times, Stevenson appeared impossible to pin down. Punches missed him by fractions as he shifted his head, stepped off the line, and answered with sharp, precise counters. Those moments gave the contest a clinical feel, as if it were being solved rather than fought.
Out of himself and go back to his old.
Slow him down to the body.
Keep him up, keep him up.
He got Shakur standing still.
Side again. Trying to cut off.
Shot over the top besides that left hook. It's puzzled by the miss
on the clap. As he just came out southpaw.
Then, without warning, Lopez would abruptly change the rhythm. He surged forward in a rush, closing space with fast combinations, driving Stevenson back toward the ropes and unloading hooks that made it clear this was no technical drill. Around the middle rounds, the pace took another turn. Stevenson started attacking the body, drawing Lopez's guard high before slipping punches underneath. Lopez answered by turning the fight physical, pressing forward, leaning into exchanges, nudging with his shoulders, and throwing shots with clear intent to do damage. The edge shifted in brief waves, never staying with one man for long, as if each fighter was taking control moment by moment.
Shakur Stevenson filled that gap. Speed, hitting what he's doing.
Good
Right
shot.
hand from Lopez. Oh, he lunges in. Hand that went low moments ago. You saw Shakur's reaction to Kenny Bayless.
Woo! Meeting him with the straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand. Pinpoint accuracy. Stevenson scores the knockdown early in round 6.
I think it was more.
As the fight moved into its closing stages, the contrast became clear. Resolve against accuracy. Stevenson remained calm, picking his moments carefully and managing his output, while Lopez pressed forward relentlessly, searching for a single opening powerful enough to reshape the entire contest. When the closing signal sounded, neither fighter backed away. Both were visibly spent, their expressions showing wear and frustration, as if the bout had refused to provide a clear conclusion. The arena stayed alive with noise, split opinions, and immediate debate over what had just unfolded.
I want to bet whatever. Whatever you want to put. Whatever you want to put up.
I bet that you can't.
No, say it, say it, say it, say it.
I bet that your mouth can fit.
Say what you bet.
I would smack this. I smack this. What you just say? Hey.
You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth.
Come on, man. You know
Hey,
that, man.
hey, to all y'all, when do you? Hey, when does everybody consider
I would
leaving?
smack out of
Leaving
you, boy.
in your mouth.
Hey, I would smack out of you.
Like, yo, he's an acrobat.
Let's
now
go,
he's in the
Chad.
The face-off before the fight carried its own weight. Stevenson approached the scale ahead of his opponent, composed and unreadable, as the display settled at 138.6 pounds.
£138.6 for the undefeated challenger, Shakur Stevenson.
Lopez came next, visibly more lively, his body relaxed but energized, and the scale registered 139.6 pounds, giving him a 1-pound edge. The difference was obvious at once. Stevenson looked lean and precise, while Lopez appeared thicker and ready to impose himself. When they finally faced one another, the atmosphere shifted. The noise faded, replaced by a heavy silence, with no gestures or showmanship, just a stare that held longer than anyone expected.
139.6 for the reigning and defending champion.
Stevenson held his gaze without flinching, head slightly lowered, eyes steady. Lopez edged forward just a fraction, asserting presence with his chest out and his expression hardened. Guard stayed close, yet there was no need to intervene. The tension was quiet but unmistakable. Shutters snapped, the crowd went still, and it became clear right then that what was coming could not be escaped.
I'm ready. Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I've been boxing guys like this since I was 8 years old, outboxing them, outsmarting them. This is gonna be nothing different.
A lot of energy between you two guys this week. What was your final message to him at that face-off?
I can't wait to see him tomorrow. I can't wait. It's my time. I've been ready for this moment since I was a child, and now it's all coming together.
As the press event moved on, the staged excitement faded, and the tone hardened once the importance of the matchup was spelled out. When Rick Reno described a victory over Stevenson as possibly the defining achievement of Lopez's career, while also labeling Lopez as Stevenson's most demanding challenge to date, the atmosphere changed. That was the point where it stopped sounding like promotion and began to feel like a contest that would carry real weight and lasting impact.
Upset the odds against Lomachenko, he upset the odds against Josh Taylor, and if he upsets the odds on Saturday, for me, it's the biggest win of his career because I regard Shakur as a better fighter than the other two guys. That's just my opinion.
Eddie Hearn reinforced that perspective, stressing that neither fighter required this match for money. The focus wasn't on paychecks or bargaining power. It was about cementing their legacies. two athletes in their prime were opting for challenge over ease, deliberately stepping into Madison Square Garden. A reminder that true greatness rarely emerges from comfort zones.
Aren't standard guys. These are guys that are chasing greatness in a sold-out arena that has hosted Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson and Rocky Marciano. That's what these guys are after. They're chasing legacy.
The atmosphere shifted abruptly when James Prince ignited the tension, mixing humor with pointed trash talk and even touching personal notes, instantly heating the room. Soon after, Lopez's team responded, putting the moment into context by referencing his past triumph over Lomachenko and highlighting how he had succeeded as the overlooked fighter before. The remark carried quiet assurance beneath the surface. After that, any sense of order dissolved. Wagers, barbed comments, family jabs, and shouted interruptions turned what was meant to be a controlled press session into pure, unfiltered hostility.
I feel like a foot in your mouth.
Come on, man. You know
Hey,
that, man.
hey, to all y'all, when do you? Hey, when does everybody consider
I
leaving?
was smacked out of
Leaving
your
nuts
boy.
in your mouth.
Hey, I was smacked out of you.
Like, yo, he's an acrobat.
Let's
now
go,
he's in the
Jam.
clown mode. Stop clowning, man.
Let's go, Jim.
Hey,
Ain't nothing
hey,
to be
watch
funny
your
It's
about.
so
words,
big,
nigga.
it's like
You
a foot in
respect
your
me,
mouth.
pussy.
Hey, look how they get riled up. Oh, yo, can it be Saturday already?
All right.
Let it be Saturday already.
Stevenson eventually grounded the chaos by sharing why he had brought hundreds of kids from New Jersey, creating a moment of calm focus that, in retrospect, made the earlier tension feel even more intense. He reinforced his philosophy, stating the bout wasn't personal, and that letting emotions take over is a weakness, offering a glimpse into his calculated and composed mindset. Lopez closed the evening in a contrasting way, not with theatrics or volume, but with quiet confidence. He described feeling stronger than ever, both mentally and spiritually, emphasizing his focus and finishing with a simple, unshakable vow to win, one that echoed far beyond any of the heated exchanges from before.
Man.
And you know one thing though, hey look, my only last thing, Shakur,
and you can't change
when it's all
that.
said and done, because I've been in that position,
Words
but when
can't
it comes
change
to
that.
you,
Saturday night,
Words
make sure
can't
y'all
change
tune
that.
in. I'm gonna beat this boy ass.
alright
For
now,
everything
when it
I
comes
love.
to it,
Hey, yo.
Make sure
when it
y'all
comes to
tune
it,
in.
Yo.
when it comes to
Yo,
it,
the way you
they
box-
all not gonna be.
Immediately after the press conference veered from legacy discussion into full-blown psychological warfare, Lopez took the side microphone and transformed the chaos into focus rather than distraction. What stood out wasn't the usual trash talk. It was the way he framed everything around alignment, energy, and timing, almost as if he was battling the circumstances as much as his opponent. When he denied mentioning family and pushed back against that narrative, it revealed a fighter who feels misrepresented, daring the world to challenge him. The topic of the stare down came up, and Lopez remarked that he saw evil in Stevenson's eyes. Whether you believe it or not, it speaks volumes about his mindset. He's not just approaching this as a boxing match, but as a moral contest, purpose against persona. The moment that truly landed was when he slowed down and spoke about his father's absence, not with defensiveness, but with calm matter-of-fact clarity. That's Lopez at his most threatening, composed, introspective, and completely in control.
Anything that you might have just gotten under his skin where you sense any sort of fear?
Oh yeah, it'll show. I just gotta rip it out. Just gotta take it out from his soul. Show the real fear that he has inside him.
He said he was doing some mind games in the press conference to get into your head. You feel like he got into your head? You stayed composed the whole time. Normally, when people do that to you, you always stay composed. Do you feel like he got into your head with those mind games?
What mind games were they doing?
The gift for your dad, talking to
Oh,
him.
look how God works. I said it though.
When he starts chuckling about getting Stevenson out of his seat and calls it a game, that's classic Lopez mischief. But there's method to it. He likes to disturb calm waters just to see how they react. The line that stood out most wasn't about what he'll unleash on fight night. It was when he said, "The first punch changes everything." That's a fighter revealing he sees momentum as valuable currency and plans to invest it immediately. When he avoids outlining a single strategy, insisting there are multiple plans, it's not cockiness, it's seasoned wisdom. Lopez embodies contradiction. Part thinker, part trickster, part relentless attacker. Joking one moment, lethal the next. You may not take everything he says at face value, but you can't dismiss it either. This wasn't a warning screamed into the air. It was a quiet, confident whisper. And those are the ones that land the hardest.
That gives you bad or evil vibes, or his camp or whatever.
Just all of it, his persona, the way he carries himself, the way he says he's gonna beat my ass right here, right now, if he wanted to. And all I'm thinking about is that time when he punched a civilian at a nightclub in the parking lot, and then when he actually swung and hit a woman at the same time. Every time he tells me he's gonna beat my ass, he beat right there. That's what comes back to my mind is that video. So, you know, that's evil though. That's really...
Right after Lopez's spiritual warrior energy, Stevenson shifted the room's vibe entirely, like the heat turned to icy calm. What stands out is how he doesn't fight the chaos. He contains it. When he says Lopez tried to get in his head and he returned the gesture, it's transactional, not emotional. Poke me, I poke back, but I don't linger there. When he draws a firm line around family, especially mothers, it reveals the discipline beneath his composure. He has mental rules for how he engages, and Lopez crossing them only reinforces Stevenson's belief that control triumphs over noise. His description of camp is similarly precise, keeping Lopez in his mind for 12 weeks straight, embracing discomfort, sacrificing personal time. This isn't promotion or theatrics. It's routine for someone who approaches boxing as a career, not a single moment.
You feel like you got into his head, Jones talking about his dad and, bringing that gift. Was that something that you planned?
No, I didn't plan that, but I see he tried to get in my head, so I returned the favor. He got a little bit too disrespectful.
How did he get disrespectful?
I heard him say something about my mother. I don't like mother games. I don't play certain games like that, so I don't respect that shit. At the end of the day, it's a fight. Good job. Keep trying to do what he's doing, but I got to just stay focused on the tap.
Then comes the Bud Crawford reference, and everything falls into place. When Stevenson says, "This time I'm going to listen," it's unsettling, because we already know how lethal he is when improvising. Now he's adding discipline to intelligence, an upgrade no one saw coming, that he also casually reframes Lopez's previous victories as context-dependent rather than intimidating, breaking the legend down into variables. When he describes anger as a tool reserved strictly for fight night, it's the language of a seasoned pro despite his youth. No chest thumping, no grand declarations, just strategic use. Even his pound-for-pound assessment is precise. Top 4, not top 1, not a fantasy, just a concrete target. Stevenson projects controlled pressure. Lopez comes off like he's wrestling the universe itself. That contrast, calculated man versus reactive chaos, has historically determined far more outcomes than most give it credit for.
The title being up on the line at 135 or a title versus title thing, because he's mentioned that a lot, like only he has something to lose.
Nah, it was never no talk about title versus title, but I don't know what, I don't think he really normal, because he's not really thinking he say, oh, he's the only person with something to lose in this situation. But same way his life on the line, my life on the line too, so I don't look at it that way. I can't see how he's the only person. I am too.
And just as Stevenson finishes outlining his cold, disciplined approach, Terrence Crawford steps in, instantly shifting the conversation from fight week tension to a reflection on legacy. And it lands in a whole different way. Crawford isn't speaking like someone eager to return. He speaks like a man who's already proven himself, explaining retirement after 30 years of punishment with the authority of experience. This isn't avoiding challenges. It's calculated acknowledgement that his legacy has already been secured. He shuts down any comeback talk by asking, practically, who would I fight? Not cocky, just clear-headed. That's the kind of precise awareness that carries weight. When Lopez Sr. tries to inject theatrics, Crawford doesn't rise to it. He calls it what it is and moves on, displaying mature, measured energy. Promote your fight, don't drag me into it. The most impactful moment comes when he speaks about Stevenson. Without hesitation, Crawford declares that once Stevenson beats Lopez, he becomes a 4-division champion with the potential to surpass even Crawford himself, a direct acknowledgement of the next generation stepping into greatness.
Listen, a lot of people keep asking me why I retired. When you've been doing this sport since you was 7 years old, and I'm 37 at the time, well 38 when I retired. That's 30 years, bro. 30 years. So you ask yourself, if you've been taking your body through hell for 30 years, would you retire? All right then. So there go your answer. So that's why I retired. There's nothing else for me to accomplish in the sport of boxing. I gave my all to boxing, but I'm not going to give my health to boxing.
That's not hype. It's a lesson being passed down. The confidence is unmistakable. Crawford isn't threatened by the next generation. He's genuinely proud of it. Then, almost in passing, he compares himself to 4 legends at once. Southpaw like Hagler, footwork like Leonard, inside game like Duran, reach like Hearns. It doesn't come off as arrogance because his record proves it. What lingers most is the emotion around retirement, a mix of relief and loss. He's glad to be free from the punishment, yet saddened to leave the sport he loves most. That's not a soundbite. It's a fighter laying bare the true cost of greatness. And when Crawford notes that boxing continues to grow, hinting at the future, it feels like a quiet passing of the torch. Stevenson is focused on Saturday. Crawford has already written his chapter. Different pages, same book, and the weight of that connection is impossible to ignore.
Yeah, for sure. When he beats Teofimo, he'll be a 4-weight world champion. I'm a 5-weight world champion, and I can see him becoming a 5-weight world champion as well. Shakur got all the tools and all the abilities to do bigger and better things than me, and that's what I'm hoping for him to do.
When you take a step back and piece it all together, it's clear this wasn't just a single event. It was layered. The fight itself played out like a live strategy lab. The stare at the weigh-in spoke louder than any trash talk. The press conference shifted from legacy discussion into full psychological warfare. Lopez framed the moment around destiny and alignment. Stevenson approached it like a precise, calculated operation. And Crawford loomed above it all like a final boss who's already conquered the game. Styles collided, mindsets clashed, generations overlapped. Nothing felt neat or resolved. And that's exactly what made this matchup so compelling. One fighter relies on momentum, chaos, and sheer willpower. The other leans on discipline, control, and timing. And the sport itself sits squarely in the middle, challenging you to decide which philosophy you trust when the stakes are highest. No simple answers, no unanimous verdict, just a fight that makes you debate, rewatch, and reconsider what true greatness looks like. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who impressed you more? Whose mindset do you think prevails under pressure?